What exactly are we talking about?
Politics. Sports.
Education.
We'll tell you anything you want to hear.
We talk, you listen.
Big's Golf Talk.
Well, here you all are, waiting to hear my broadcast. How very nice of you.
Big's Golf Talk.
America is talking and yakety yak. Blah, blah, blah. It's all about talk.
A place for information, advice, golf news, golf reviews, and of course, golf humor.
Do you know who this is?
Big's Golf Talk.
Comes highly recommended. You're going to feel better if you talk to him.
That's the fact, Jack. Now we'll talk.
Big's Golf Talk is presented by Tour Edge Golf, golf's most solid investment. Pound for pound, nothing comes close. BGT is also sponsored in part by The Distance Shoe, Squares Shoes, proof, not promise. Anson Belt and Buckle, premium belts for everyday use. AnsonBelt.com. Encore Golf, The Claw Glove by Caddy Daddy, Photo Ball Marker, and UFO Tour Golf. Connect with Big's Golf Talk on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Big's Golf Talk. Subscribe with us on YouTube and iTunes, Amazon Music, and the Google Play Music Store. We're also available on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and all your Alexa devices. That's a fact, Jack. I am Big John Quick. He is the golf father, Bill Cuevas, and all the way down at the end of the table is the wisest man in golf. Golf the wise way here in Orlando, Florida, Greg Wise.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Our website is www.bigsgolftalk.com, BIGGSgolftalk.com. And we are broadcasting live here in Orlando, Florida from Lake Buena Vista's Wyndham Resort. Bill, the golf father Cuevas. If you make a trip to Disney here in Orlando, Florida, this is the only place they should be staying at.
The official place.
The official place.
Oh, I'm sorry. Unofficial. Sorry. I don't want to step on your toes. Official? Oh, it's official. We're the official. This is our official Walt Disney World Resort. Yes. And we love coming here. You see that?
Well,
This
okay.
is our new shop.
Before we
Yes.
actually get things going here, I just want to say that this show, we got some news overnight in the middle of the night, and we want to, in memory of the first recipient of the Folds of Honor, Jacob Buckland, Greeny, as he's known for. Bill, you and I have spent many hours, many days, many phone calls with Greeny, but it was reported to us, breaking news overnight, that that Jacob died last night.
Yeah, I just got off the phone with Brad. We're going to talk more later about it and find out more of the details, but he did pass. He's in his very young 20s, and we don't know all the details, but
23 years of age.
Yeah, it's tough, to wake up and see something like that, especially when we're looking forward to everything that's going on with the Folds of Honor.
So all the shows here in Orlando, Florida, the remainder shows, will be dedicated to Jacob Buckland. So another good one lost too soon.
Too soon, man.
But what is not lost is here in Orlando, Florida. The show must go on, and we are broadcasting from Wyndham Lake Buena Vista. It is the official Walt Disney World Resort, and joining us right now is Jay Leonard, and Jay has been on this program once before. He is returning to Big's Golf Talk BGT 2.0, but this is the first time he's been on BGT TV.
Did you know you're on TV?
No, I didn't. If I knew that, I would have spent a little bit more time in makeup.
Yes.
Now, Jay, let's kick things off here by asking about Walt Disney. You actually have been named as an official Walt Disney Resort. What's the value here?
The value at the end of the day is, we run two resorts here. We run the Wyndham Garden, and that competes with the value resorts. And then the Wyndham, which is our 232-room tower, competes in the moderate when you're staying at a Disney resort. And our price points are a little bit, maybe not as expensive as some of the Disney resorts.
Mhm.
And we're an official Walt Disney World resort, and more importantly, we're the closest hotel to Disney Springs.
And now you're our official hotel,
We've-
motel,
we-
resort, everything else for us.
Yeah,
Can't get much better than
can't
that.
get any better than that. And first of all, welcome back. It
Yes.
seems like a decade ago
It
that
does. We miss you.
we sat
Yes.
here in the lobby, and I think it was
Yes.
2020, right before the pandemic.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it
Um,
was.
Interesting story is that we never closed during the pandemic. We stayed open. We went from about 230 employees to 7.
Wow.
Wow.
So we were open, and it was interesting that the rest of Walt Disney World was closed, and
Mhm.
we worked through it, and we're back bigger, better than
I was just
than
about
ever.
to say that because we've been here for a couple of days, and it's amazing the flow in and out, in and out, in and out everywhere, and we can say that you are the closest resort to Disney Springs, correct?
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because I don't mind walking there.
Oh, nice little
it's
bridge there.
short. I mean, it's a beautiful view.
Yeah, and it's a great walk.
It is.
I like to take credit that it's the
You
Jay
take-
Leonard Memorial Bridge. I mean, growing
Wait
up
a
in,
minute.
growing up in Jersey,
Memorial?
where everybody.
No,
Well,
you're
I'm
here
planning
with
to the
us.
future. I'm planning
Okay,
to the
okay,
future.
you're going in the future because we don't want you to go nowhere.
But growing up in New Jersey, every bridge is named after someone. So why not take credit for that bridge?
So
That's
one
okay.
one thing I want to ask you, and keep the conversation going, being such a great resort and everything else, and we're talking about the Oasis. We're talking about the other places that you have open here for
Mhm.
convenience and the amenities. But one of the things I want to talk about, so people understand that are listening, that are watching right now, is the round trip bus service that you guys offer.
To the parks.
Yes.
Yes. We provide bus service. One of the buses looks like it might have just pulled up, but
Yep.
we provide bus service to the 4 parks
Mhm.
on the hour. We start 90 minutes before the parks open, and we do 90 minutes after the parks close. And being that we're an official Walt Disney World resort, we also get early admission. So at all the parks, our guests get in a half hour earlier
Wow.
than anyone who's staying outside the Walt Disney World.
I want to
resort
attest to the amazing bus service. It's really simple for the folks that come here. You simply go online, you pick the time that you want to leave here, and they will take you there. And you also pick your return trip. And it's also real easy if you decide, well, I picked 5 o'clock. I don't want to come back at 5 o'clock. I'm having too much fun. I want to come back at 7. All you got to do is send a quick email, and boof, your reservation changes. It's really, really easy, really, really simple. And you don't have to worry about driving. You don't have to worry about anything. It's really convenient.
It's very convenient. And since we post-pandemic, we have the reservation system, it works out really, really well with our customers. They really pick and choose their arrival and departure
Yes.
back to the hotel. That's an awful big donut you
Yes.
got there.
Do you want to tell us about this
You know,
donut that's
I'll
warming
tell
up
you
on
what,
my coffee?
that
I'll
is
put my mic
a
down.
testimonial to what they have here. And these donuts, these are, I want to say, I just want to call it what it is. They're big ass donuts.
Yes, you can say it's a big ass
Can you
donut.
say that on
We
TV?
can. Yes. And that big ass donut is being held up.
Yes.
By
Look at that
Joffrey's
beautiful-
Coffee.
Yes.
Yes.
And look
The
at it. It's
the
the
50th
50th anniversary.
Yes.
You can't. And I'm looking at the back. It says first coffee, then. What are we gonna do after this? After our coffee?
We can go down to the pool and hang
Oh.
out there at the beautiful new restaurant.
Oh, the Oasis you're
The
talking
Oasis
about.
restaurant.
Yes. And let me tell you something. I ate the first night I was here.
Yes,
So
you did.
I arrived a little bit later at 5, 6 o'clock. And I'm like, okay, where am I going to eat? So I walked down to the pool and I said, hey, you guys got food? And he goes, do we have food? And it hands me a menu. And I was like, oh, this is awesome. And there was a couple things, but I had the cheeseburger.
Yeah, the cheeseburger.
And
Can't go wrong
I
with
had
a
a pina
cheeseburger.
colada.
That's all he's been talking about since every day. Oh my God, Bill, it's the best pina colada I ever had. I gotta have another one. I gotta have another one. I gotta have another. I was like, okay, there, take it easy with your pina colada.
So if you see that tab on my room, it's because of
It's the
pina colada.
pinas.
Yeah.
We open daily at 10 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
So please come down and visit our new restaurant. Actually, during the pandemic, we rebuilt the entire pool restaurant out. We used to have about 50 seats down there, and now we have 102 and a full working bar.
Wow.
So it's been a great addition to.
Well,
to the
actually, our
hotel.
first visit, there was construction going on
Yes.
out there.
Yeah, and I wound up being the construction manager during the pandemic.
Man with
Well,
many
maybe
hats.
we'll name that after you too.
Well,
You got a bridge.
I like a bridge.
You like the bridge. Okay, we'll keep the bridge after
So
you.
those that don't like to go outside, let's talk about the Eclipse lobby bar we have, and we're actually right next to it right now.
Yes, we are, and we've kind of everything since the pandemic. We had an opportunity to kind of reevaluate and reposition it, and so our lobby bar is open daily from 5 to 11.
Nice.
And if you like whiskey, that's the place to go.
Love whiskey.
He loves whiskey.
At the end, what we try to do up in the Eclipse Bar is really the person who's going over to Disney Springs. We want you to have your first and last drink there.
That's exactly what we were talking about before you were on. Yes.
We want you to
start
go
your
over
day
there,
and end it here.
Start it and end your evening here.
Yes.
And Joffrey's is located in Sundial.
Yes, right
which
there.
Is right across the way.
Yes.
And
they're open till 11 p.m.
11
Found
p.m.
out. Yep.
Amazing coffee.
Yes.
And the grab and go of Sundial is open actually 24 hours.
Okay.
So if you want to get something to eat, late night snack, we have something over there. So 24 hours a day we're open.
They got all your household needs that you might have forgotten as well.
In our CVS
That's
machine.
right.
Yes.
We also added a CVS
Partnership.
kiosk partnership.
Yeah.
And you get your sundries over there, which has been a great addition. Because you have a headache, or you need some medicine, or you forgot something at home. Just go over there, and it's just like going to CVS.
Now, one of the other amenities that they have also is the breakfast buffet, 7 days a week. Whereas most of the areas outside the restaurants around here that offer breakfast buffets is only on weekends.
Yep.
Here, it's 7 days a week.
week.
And I will tell you, the Mickey waffles are to die for.
Woo.
The Mickey waffle is the most popular item on the buffet. One of the things we pride ourselves here at this hotel is one of the things we did after the pandemic. We went back to full service on everything. Our housekeeping department is full service, daily service. The restaurant, we went back to the buffet almost immediately. As soon as we kind of got approval from everyone that we needed to. And it's great. It's nice to go up there for a hot meal every morning and just enjoy a good, hearty breakfast before you take off. And as I said, it's all about the waffle. Everybody loves the waffle.
I like the waffle, and I love the omelets. He loves the waffle. Or
All right, we're back. We had some technical difficulties, but we are back
That's not from us.
here in Orlando, Florida.
She's going to get.
That's what happens when
We went, yeah.
internet. You rely on internet, and so this is modern age.
It's modern age. It happens sometimes, and don't mind that nice gentleman over there that's on the phone. On that
He's
corner
our
over there.
he's our IT guy. He's handling
He's
stuff.
handling the little bit of technical difficulties that was nobody's fault. It happens. It's life. But we're back again. So, Mr. J, what were you saying? Okay, talk to us.
Well, I want to point out that just like Walt Disney World is celebrating their 50th anniversary, we celebrating our 50th anniversary.
Really?
We were the third hotel ever built in Walt Disney World.
That's amazing.
And I like to say we're in this neighborhood with the Disney Springs Resorts. We were the first. So we're the oldest and the best.
Yes. One of my friend's boss was in town, and he was like, he was coming from Albuquerque, and he said, "Where do I go?" I said, "There's no place to go. This is where you're going to go." This is where he came. And of course he had his nightlife next door. And he goes like, "Where am I going? I want to go someplace where I don't really have to go too far." I was like, "Look, man, all it is, I don't even know how far it is, but I know it's really, really close.
It's less than 1,000 steps.
Less than 1,000 steps. And all I heard was raves. Every day you can go, walk out, come back, hang out, do what you want. You have kids in the family, you got that beautiful pool and all the extra amenities out there. There's a hot tub that's popping every night. I love seeing all the people in there and getting ready to jump in there myself. What else can we do while we're here?
Well, we're located on 14 acres of land. We have 2 pools out there and a hot tub. We also have obviously a full working restaurant out there. So whatever thing you want, you have it. Play volleyball. We have a nice volleyball court on the lake, and we also have a basketball
I think
court.
Darius Rucker just texted you.
Was it
Did
Darius?
he?
Is just calling?
He's probably
Darius,
listening.
if you're watching this,
Come on down.
we had the discussion before, and I said to Jay, I was like, we got to have the celebrities on first, but you're welcome to come on anytime. You see how I handle that?
That's beautiful.
You see?
We'll let Darius.
We'll let Darius know
No,
that,
no.
we love him. And last time I was here, you presented me with an amazing gift that I still have.
Good.
It was,
I'm glad
I
to hear
didn't
that.
put it on Facebook, on eBay or nothing. I kept it.
What was the gift?
You gave me his very first CD signed by him.
Correct.
That was the gift. And then you gave me a nice little badge
I
from the sheriffs out here.
So I had the opportunity to play with Darius golf on up in Jacksonville. I was a great flag holder.
We asked him what was the best part of his golf game, and he said, holding the pin. Yeah, that's pretty cool. But it
So-
still had to be a great day.
Big shout out to everybody at Baker Utility Supply back in Albuquerque who's watching right now. And I'm sure Mr. Bill Baker doesn't appreciate everybody in the office right now taking time away from the work, but we appreciate everybody watching here on BGTV. And big fan. My wife is a big fan of Darius Rucker. Just want to say. So she's watching right now, and she's like, if you can get his autograph, get his autograph. I'm like, I don't know.
Well, yeah, we could get Jay's autograph. I got a
He's-
pen
he's-
and a paper.
He's going to be playing down at
Myrtle Beach.
Hard Rock on March 17th
Oh, there you go.
Over here
17th.
in Hard Rock in
in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
We have to make a drive up there.
Well, I'm going with Jay. What time are you picking me up?
7:30.
7:30. What time does the show start? Wait a minute.
9 o'clock.
Okay, cool.
Don't be late.
I won't be late, sir. I will be right by your car. Perfect.
Once again, if we didn't get the website
Yes.
out there, WyndhamLakeBuenavista.com is the website for reservations and all that stuff. And one of the things that post-pandemic that I noticed too is really, I mean, have they done away with pin trading altogether?
What's that?
Have
Pin
they done
trading.
away with pin trading?
Not really. I mean, they're really doing it just in the parks. They're still doing it in a social distancing.
Yeah.
Not as way as it used to be, but across the street at Disney Springs, they have the pin trading store.
Yeah, we saw
over
that.
there. So you can go over there.
You know where
and-
my favorite
you go up
place
there
to
and pick
pin
it
trade
for
was,
free.
right?
What's that?
Right here.
Right here. Yeah,
This
we used
was
to have
my
it.
favorite place to do it. Amazing people that you had doing it. I used to take everybody's good stuff. and then they used to ask me questions, and they had the mystery pin behind it,
Right.
and then I take the good stuff. So I'm gonna stick with it right here.
Well,
Gotta bring it
we're really excited. You know, we had our best year ever in 2022, so we're looking forward to
good.
But
really
you
exciting.
can see
Well,
the
you know,
traffic in and out of here.
Here's the thing that we're doing this year. We're not doing any pin trading, but I want to tell you that one of our sponsors here on Big's Golf Talk for our trip here in Orlando, Florida, is On Point Ball Markers. Bill, if you show a nice little pouch right here, as you can see, it has our characters on there, and inside this,
and Biggs is trying to sign his signature over my face.
Yeah, right here.
Repeatedly.
Let's see if I can do this here.
You can try that one.
Yeah, I'll try this one right
This
here.
is
We'll
the
sign it
On
right
Point
there.
marker, and then you got these two amazing characters on the back side of it.
Well, one amazing character and one, he's okay.
Yeah, he's okay. We all know. So yeah, he's gonna continue to sign on my beautiful face over there. But I give you one already?
You did.
Well, and I gave you two, right?
You
Would
gave
you
me
like
two.
another one?
I would love to.
Okay,
There you go.
I'll give it to
Everyone,
I'll
all
give
our
it to-
guests will get one
I'll
today.
give it to my nephew Jack Rucker.
There you. Oh, Jack Rucker. There you go. Time's on our side. Get it?
So I want to say thank you to On Point Ball Markers,
Yes,
one of
thank
our
you.
sponsors out here while we're in Florida. Another sponsor that we want to talk about too is Desert Fox Golf. Big Bill the Godfather Cuevas.
They will be on the show.
They will be on the show
Coming up soon.
Coming up soon. As a matter of fact,
That's
we're
right.
still going to be at the PGA show tomorrow and Thursday
Nice.
as well, and we're going to be still here, actually hanging out throughout the whole week here at Wyndham Lake Buena Vista.
Plenty
This
to
is
do.
the
Plenty of
official
places to go.
Walt
and come
Disney
back home and
World
chill.
Resort.
Yes.
So
And hopefully we get to hang out with you a little more.
I hope so too.
I'm
I
gonna
hope you
go-
come back and visit in the office.
I am. I'm gonna go. I'm glad you heard that, folks. He invited me. So if I get locked
security
up,
will
going-
be there.
No, he invited me.
He invited you, but security's still going to be watching you.
Look at this. What do we got? We got George.
Oh,
We got George McNeely doing food service.
he
now.
got
Food service.
Food service. Look what he did.
But look at this. This
Oh, that's what they call
this
service.
is camera. Hold on, we're gonna put this thing on a single
Yes.
camera here.
Add this. Look at that.
So
Oh,
I wanted you to have breakfast. And
So
have the
I
best.
show it off of that. There we go. As you can tip that plate up a little bit towards that camera right there.
now that's service. That is
Those are the
service.
Mickey waffles that you could experience here at
Right.
Wyndham Lake Buena Vista.
That is perfect. Can you see that? It's
That's
a beautiful thing.
beautiful
That is.
shot of
Yep.
it. Oh, we're losing the
We
strawberries.
just lost a strawberry. Uh-oh.
There you go.
Oh, he wants some. This one. We already switched cameras, George.
All right, there we go. All right. So that is, and we're going to be, during our break,
Yes.
digging into
Some waffles.
some waffles. How about that?
We're gonna eat
They
Mickey.
smell good.
They smoke. Would you like some?
No, I'm good.
You
I'm
sure?
good. I can go up 7 days a week.
Oh, sure. Throw
And-
that in our
and-
face.
and
We can
have
go there 7 days a
breakfast.
week too.
7 days a week,
They-
365 days a year.
No, I can't do that. unless you can let me move in.
We'll
Yeah.
we'll negotiate.
Oh, boy.
We're gonna
You see how that
negotiate.
is.
So we're gonna
Exactly.
negotiate. We work for waffles.
We have. How you doing, sir? Hold on. Here, can you catch?
Do you golf?
There you
All
go.
right.
All right. Taking pictures of the show as we just handed out an
Yes.
on-point golf ball marker to a fan that just stopped by.
Yes.
So
And if you're going to PGA show, make sure you stay here. We've been recommending this place to everybody. Are you have a lot of people from the PGA staying here
Yes,
as well?
we do.
See, I've seen a lot of familiar faces.
We will be sold out actually for the PGA show.
Wow, that's
Good.
impressive.
That's
We're
awesome.
excited about it.
So if you need my room, I will give it to you, and I'll go stay with you.
All right.
Yep.
Sounds good.
So
Jay Leonard, general manager here at Wyndham Lake Buena Vista, the official Disney World Resort. It's wyndhamlakebuenavista.com for reservations. Any final thoughts for the listeners that's watching?
We really do need to make it an annual show.
Well, like we said, official
forward,
now.
We look forward for it shouldn't be a 3-year break,
No.
No.
and we look forward to seeing you guys real soon. And
Absolutely.
we appreciate all your support. And please stop in anytime you're in town
Always.
at the
It's more-
beautiful Lake Buena Vista.
It's the only place I stay.
Thank you, sir.
We'll talk
Love it
later,
here.
my friend. We'll
be back.
We'll definitely meet up
I'm
later.
looking forward to the visit to the office.
Yes,
We'll
I
talk
will
later.
be there.
More Bigs Golf Talk BGT TV coming your way right after this.
You know what the problem is with standard belts? Usually you have to choose between too tight or the opposite, too loose. But with Anson Belt and Buckle, you don't have to choose. We got rid of the holes and instead have a track system designed for micro adjustability. That way you can enjoy a perfect fit every time. Anson Belt and Buckle. Find your perfect fit today.
Golfers, do you suffer from constantly buying new golf gloves?
All the time.
Does your golf glove get sweaty, crusty, or torn?
Over and over again.
Well, the innovative new Claw glove might be for you. The Claw will outlast, play cooler, and grip better than traditional leather gloves.
Side effects may include more greens hit, big payouts from your buddies, and in some cases, shooting your lowest round.
I have the power to lower my score with Claw Glove.
Go to clawglove.com and see if Claw Glove is right for you.
Having a corporate or charity golf event? Backswing Golf Events can supply your tournament with personable, professional golfers to entertain and fundraise on the golf course. They can accommodate any size group, whether it be 3 players to 500. They are your team. From range lessons, Beat the Pro, and Pro-Am style roaming, they're making lasting memories one swing at a time. So make sure to check out backswinggolfevents.com or call us direct at 661-316-3093 and book your pros now.
And we're back here in Orlando, Florida, live from Wyndham Lake Buena Vista, the official Disney World resort. I am Big John Quick. He is the golf father, Bill Cuevas. And all the way down at the end, acting as our engineer and amongst many hats today is Greg Wise. Greg, how's things going over there?
Oh, we're doing fine.
Okay, good.
I love this end of the table.
You like the
and
you don't have to sit next to him.
I'm getting the air off of those waffles,
Yeah.
and I'm getting hungry.
They smell good, don't they?
Yeah.
They really do.
Somebody just took my fork and
They
spoon
took.
away.
Yeah, I'm looking at her.
Are we doing a taste test here? Because I think I came at the right time.
We certainly could if we had the forks and spoons here.
One of those strawberries fell off of there, and we all grabbed at it.
Our website is www.bigsgolftalk.net or .com. All the information about all 4 of our shows is on there, and a link on how you can watch. And tomorrow we will be on the air, Bill the Golf Father Cuevas, kicking things off at 8:30 a.m. Eastern time.
Bright and early.
And kicking everything off at the PGA show, right on the floor.
Right in the center of everything.
Everything. Yes.
Beautiful. Can't go wrong with that. Come visit us. You might get one of these or a sticker.
You never know.
You never know. We got a couple of things out there. You know, surprise us. We might surprise you. Just show up over there.
Joining us right now is, I believe his title is Director of Golf Operations. Is that right, Alex?
Director of Sales and Marketing.
There you go.
Oh, it was
Close.
Director. Really, really close.
I mean, I'm supposed to be in charge of something. Let's put it that way.
All right, we'll put you in charge.
Alex Forsyth is joining us here on BGTV. And
right behind us. You can't get better than that.
No, absolutely.
And Alex, one of the great things about the Disney golf courses, especially now, Magnolia is about 75% complete. Yeah, they got 14 holes that's open correctly. Is that correct right now?
That's correct. Honestly, I thought I was here to talk about the waffles, but if you want me to talk about golf, I'm happy to do that as well.
How about golfs and waffles?
The two go hand in hand. Throw
Hand
a
in
little
hand.
bacon on there. A
Oh,
little syrup.
little syrup. Not for nothing, but isn't it hard to concentrate? It's really, really hard. You're smelling those waffles coming.
Absolutely.
You know that?
Absolutely.
How about if we make some waffles at the turn? Oh, that how
you have to get one of the chefs to come up from here and go over
perfect.
there.
Oh yeah, we
All
can
right,
rock
but,
it.
but back to golf.
Back to golf. Back to Disney golf.
Yes, we are right in the midst the 50th anniversary celebration of the Walt Disney World Resort here in Orlando.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this continues for a few more months. And as part of that reimagination of the Magnolia Golf Course, this has been ongoing now for about the last 9 months. We are getting to the final stages of it. We're going to be very excited to be able to showcase all 18 beautiful new golf holes here in the coming months.
Well, yeah, we're looking forward to coming back.
I'll
and
tell you
playing
what,
when it opens
I
up.
had the opportunity to. I didn't play golf, but I had the opportunity to drive Magnolia all 14 holes, and I will tell you, it is amazing on what they have done, and it's gonna. I think it's going to be amazing from all the pictures and the designs I've seen. Leading up to the 18th hole. It's going to be something special for the golfers, that's for sure.
It is going to be Orlando's must-play
Yes.
for the next couple of years once we fully get it open. The renovations and reimagination of this golf course has included everything from tees to greens. So new teeing grounds, brand new bunkering fairway, side bunkers as well as green side bunkers, and all 18 greens have been completely recontoured, brand new grass on there, and new runoff areas around the green. So the entire green complexes have changed, and as we have evolved the design of it, the aesthetics of that golf course have also changed. We've incorporated some new design aesthetics, such as some waste areas onto that golf course, which is something that we've never had before. And we've also got a lot more native plants that are growing around.
And a lot more wildlife.
Well, there is a lot of wildlife out there, which is why we introduced some more native
variety,
areas.
yeah.
That way, the golf course is more sustainable. We're being a little bit more conscious when it comes to how much water we put on the golf course, how much fertilizer that we utilize.
Wow. Okay.
So to make it a little bit more sustainable as well, because it is an incredible ecosystem that we have here on Walt Disney World property.
There's actually currently a wanted APB out for Ricky the raccoon, who likes to steal food out of golf carts.
Yeah. Can I give you my invoice? Because that risky critter stole my $10 sandwich last time I was here.
Well, listen, it's like a wildlife park with no fences sometimes. We've got a lot of great wildlife out there: eagles, hawks, ospreys.
Yes.
We've got some owls out there, and we've got native habitats for all of those. The turkeys are incredible. They're running all over the place.
We saw them the other night when
Some
we were
of
there.
them actually running golf carts too.
And some of them even host radio shows. Hey, you resemble that remark.
But there is really no natural predators out there. So it's been an environment that over the 50 years that the wildlife has kind of gravitated towards as Walt Disney World and as the surrounding area has continued to boom.
I seen a turkey out there the other day.
Yeah.
Nah, that was my line.
Well, the greatest one is early in the mornings or later in the evenings as the sun is rising or setting. We have a herd almost of white-tailed deer that frequent the property.
Nice.
And you often see them around the shades of green, munching on the grass and the foliage around the clubhouse there, either early in the morning or later in the evening. So if you're out nice and early, or hanging around with us at sunset, keep your eye out for that, because it really is a treat to see Mother Nature in its own element.
Yeah,
Alex, not only is this the 50th anniversary and obviously coming to a close in March, but it's also, and what a coincidence it is, it's the 50th anniversary of Jack's three-peat. Jack Nicklaus had a three-peat from 1971 to 1973.
That's correct. We have over 42 years of PGA Tour history on the Walt Disney World golf courses, not just at Disney's Palm and Disney's Magnolia golf course, but also about 17 of those years, Disney's Lake Buena Vista hosted the PGA Tour. We've also hosted a LPGA Tour event over at the Lake Buena Vista course, and what used to be the Senior Tour Championship at Disney's Magnolia back in the 70s and 80s. The LPGA event was mid-90s. At Disney's Lake Buena Vista. So all of this great heritage of professional golf being played on Disney golf facilities. But being able to celebrate that and make it an integral part of the experience for your everyday golfer. And really, these golf courses, even though they are of championship caliber, we've made them very playable for the average golfer. Come out, pay their money. A true resort golf course and experience, and obviously being on the Disney property, the guest service standards are exceptional.
What's next now? I mean, the 50th anniversary coming to a close in March. What's next for your properties?
Next up is actually what we're calling D100, Disney's celebration, 100-year celebration of the Walt Disney Company. They've actually already started celebrating it out on the West Coast at Disneyland Resort. And as soon as the 50th anniversary wraps up here in the late March, we'll pivot to celebrate D100. So that's coming up. As far as the golf courses, more specifically, though, we're always constantly evolving. Looking for new opportunities to expand the facilities and the services that we offer on the Disney property. And as part of our 20-year agreement and commitment to Walt Disney World Golf, Century Golf Partners and Arnold Palmer Golf Management have committed to continue to renovate these courses to make sure they're of world-class service and amenities.
What are your feelings about you talk about the multiple tees, the variety of tees that you're going to be offering on Magnolia, and you currently offer on the other golf courses that you guys run? Certainly, to me, it just gives me hundreds of different opportunities in a different manner to play that golf course for fun.
Yes,
absolutely. Disney golf is meant for everybody, and part of the ongoing renovations, and I really at this point can't announce any formal additional renovations, but we have plans over the next 4, 5, 6 years to continue to reinvest in these facilities to make it more enjoyable, to make it more fun.
It's always enjoyable, Alex.
Well, absolutely. I mean, I have the greatest job on the planet.
Yeah.
Being able to walk onto Walt Disney World property every day.
Magic.
And to be able
to
represent two of America's most iconic brand names in Disney and Arnold Palmer. But, what we want to make sure to do is to make it inclusive, make it, for those individuals that are just starting in the game of golf, give them an opportunity to come out and enjoy themselves. If everything from foot golf, the sport of foot golf, which we have on Disney golf property,
I was going to ask that
to the
next.
9-hole walking course and their championship courses, there's something for everyone. And we want to make sure that when you come out, you enjoy yourself, have a good time, and not feel like you've spent 5+ hours playing a championship golf course.
If you spend a week here, you can literally tee off from every single tee that they offer. If you're golfing one course, tee off every day from a different tee, and it's going to be a different golf course every time.
Absolutely, and more to come on that as well.
Uh-oh, you hit something.
There
More
you
to
go.
come.
There
So
you go.
you touched on foot golf. Give us a little bit of more details, because that seems to be still popular around the country.
Well, yeah, it is. The American Foot Golf League, which is the governing body of the sport of foot golf here in the United States, continue to expand. And foot golf is being played more prevalently on Disney golf property than ever before.
Nice.
We're playing more rounds at Walt Disney's Oak Trail Golf Course than what we have done in past years. And we're actually in the preparation for hosting the World Cup of Foot Golf here in Orlando in 2023. In late May, early June, we're going to have over 1,000 foot golfers, professional foot golfers from 34 different countries around the world visiting Orlando, and they're going to be playing at the Evermore Resort, which is not too far from here, and Walt Disney World Golf over a 10-day period competing for the World Cup of Foot Golf.
That's incredible.
Mrs. Winskowitz is checking in, and she says, looking great. Hey, I'm a married man. You're a married woman. We can't go there. Thank you, Brooke. We love you. We'll see you soon.
Yes.
But Brooke Emerson, Mrs. Winskowitz checking in with Baxter. So
our nephew.
Yes.
So we touched on the foot golf, that 18-hole putt green that you guys. What's the story with that? We saw it the other
brand
night.
new.
Yeah, this is hot off the press. This one, what we have done at Disney's Magnolia Golf Course, adjacent to the clubhouse there, we always traditionally had a putting green available for warm up and practice putting at Disney's Magnolia, but we've evolved that, doubled it, maybe even close to tripled it in size, and we've designed an 18-hole putting course that's open to the general public. There's no admission. If you bring your own club and ball out with you, you can jump on that. We're coining it the greatest green ever played.
There you
go.
Which
So
is a
cool.
play on words after the famous Disney golf movie, The Greatest Game Ever Played.
Yes.
And what you'll see is something that is quite special. We have a 18-hole putting course that's open from dawn till dusk. Come out and try it out for yourself.
Someone said if you putt for every hole less than 2, you're cheating.
Absolutely.
So we have confirmation. You're going to putt 3 times on every hole.
As one of a group of the putting course designers, I can say that if you score under 36...
Oh, so you had your hands in that.
Yeah, we can't make that too easy.
You didn't make it easy.
No, we didn't make it
One
easy.
of the things we want to tell you, though, if you want to make a reservation, you want to check out all the pictures, all the videos, all the flyovers, go to Golf WDW, Walt Disney World, golfwdw.com, and check out everything and make how far in advance can they make a reservation for
you
golf
can make
courses?
reservations up to 90 days in advance for any of our championship golf experiences. Disney's Oak Trail, which is our 9-hole walking course for novices and those with young families, 30 days in advance on that course, and that applies for the foot golf experience as well.
It's not bad. You got 30 days if you foot golf. I want to foot golf.
You absolutely
haven't done
I want to take my clubs out there with a small ball to put it in that big hole.
Yeah, it's a lot easier that way than trying to get a size 5 soccer ball into a golf hole.
Yes, I like that idea. Can I join you?
Yeah.
All right. You want to join us?
I would love to.
All right, we got to force them right here. I got to ask, because I'm listening. You're talking in my ear the whole entire time. You have an accent. I know everybody says I have an accent, but mine is from New York. Where's yours from? Because I'm hearing a little bit of Sean Connery, but not that deep a voice. You know what I mean?
Well, I've been here in Florida for the last 20 plus years, so it's softened quite a bit. But originally Central Scotland.
You see,
So
that's
home of
golf.
golf.
Yes.
Okay. You
Home
see?
of golf,
I was
yes.
listening. I was like, is Sean Connery here? Kept looking back because it doesn't shine a lot, but as you speak, you could hear it.
Yeah, that's what they say. I still have an accent, but I don't hear it.
I don't think it ever goes away.
I don't think so.
And
either.
it's okay. We got to wear those accents proud.
Absolutely. Loud and proud.
That's it.
Now, let me ask you. So we're talking with Alex Forsyth. He's director of sales for Walt Disney World Golf.
Yep.
And Alex, do you have a favorite course?
Uh-oh.
On property or anywhere?
Here on property.
On property. We're not going to try and get
They're
you in
all my
trouble.
favorite. Yeah, they're all my favorite
yes.
on property. It's
On
like
property.
it's like having 4 children. They're all your favorite.
Do you have a favorite hole?
Honestly, I love the Lake Buena Vista golf course. The way that it meanders its way through a couple of the Disney resorts. You cross over some of the waterways. You really get a sense of being here at Walt Disney World Resort, playing that golf course. A lot of dogleg holes, a little tighter, small target greens. You really have to manage your golf ball on that course. Whereas at Palm and Magnolia, they tend to be a little more favorable, a little more forgiving off of the tee boxes, a little wider. And on those courses, you kind of back up to the wilderness, so you got a lot more nature on those courses.
Nice.
So it depends on really what you're looking for, but there's every one of our golf courses has a little something for everyone.
I got a tough question after you finish.
Well, hold on. I got to ask this question because I think this is important on what the investment that Walt Disney World Golf is actually putting in their golf courses. Not only are they spending money on redoing Magnolia, but you have a new fleet of golf carts.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. The key here is that you continue to have to reinvent yourself. If you're here on Disney property and you're standing still, just resting on what you've done in the past, then you're moving backwards. You have to continue to reinvent yourself in order to keep up with the pace of development here on Disney property, and that's what we try to do on an annual basis. We have a wish list of things that we'd like to do, and that started 11 years ago when we first came here to Walt Disney World, and we have all the way through 2031 that we want to continue making an investment in these properties.
Do these golf carts offer any kind of special amenities that golfers can count on?
So the new golf carts do offer something that we've never had before. There is a Bluetooth speaker built into each of the golf carts. They are Yamaha's latest and greatest. They come with all kitted out with a very comfortable steering wheel, plush sports car style seats,
Nice.
and a Bluetooth speaker so that you can connect your phone up and play some music, which is something that our guests are asking for a lot.
I gotta tell you, that's just why I brought it up, because I experienced that golf cart when I was driving Magnolia around, and it really the seating kind of hugs your thighs and nice and comfortable.
Yes, it absolutely
Uh-oh.
is. Yes,
Uh-oh.
it is. So we've got charging ports for.
Sign me up. I'm going golf. Can I play 39 today?
Honestly, it's like sitting on your lounge, on your sofa at home. It's that
Yes,
comfortable,
yes.
these seats. So we're very fortunate to have a brand new fleet of carts. Obviously, during the pandemic, and we were doing a lot of rounds of golf, took a lot of wear and tear on our
Nice.
golf carts. And so no different than our golf courses, we continue to reinvest on all of our amenities.
What is your best score and which course did it happen on?
Wow. I work in the golf industry, so I don't play so much anymore. And that's typically the way it goes.
So basically, you shot over 100 and you're just trying to hide it up?
No.
We host a golf show.
No.
Technically, I'm a PGA member, and
Technically.
I have shot a couple of under par rounds.
Nice.
On the Lake Buena Vista golf course.
There you go.
Right. I got a quick question before we go. The greens, because you got multiple golf courses out there, are they all stamped at the same? Or like if I went and played one in the morning and then I go in the afternoon, the greens are going to be totally different?
No, one thing that even though the golf courses are designed differently from one another, and you're going to get a different aesthetic appeal, you're going to get a different challenge. The grasses that we use on all the golf courses are identical, and the maintenance and the service of the playing surfaces are consistent across the property. So
cool.
When you see, when you get a 10 or 10.5 on one of our golf courses, you're going to expect you're going to get a 10 or 10.5 on the other.
See, very important. A lot of people like that.
Absolutely.
Perfect. All right. Well, Alex, thank you so much for joining us here on Big's Golf Talk. Once again, the website is golfwdw.com, and you can make your reservations and all that stuff and find out all the great deals that they have to offer. Any final thoughts for the golfers?
No, just
out there?
Thank you so much for allowing me to visit with you. We hope you have a
we
great week here
appreciate
in
you.
Orlando at the PGA Show, and urge all of your listeners and viewers to come check us out at the happiest place on turf.
There you go. The happiest place on turf. Turf life.
Turf life.
There you go.
That's another segment for another day.
All right, more of BGT TV, Big's Golf Talk, live from Orlando, Florida, from Wyndham, Lake Buena Vista, the official Walt Disney World Resort here in Orlando, Florida. Be right back right after this.
At the John Daly Major Ed Foundation, we also focus on making sure that we partner up with great organizations. Great organizations like St. Jude's, great organizations like the Boys and Girls Club, our friends at Warriors for Freedom, our friends at Force 50 Foundation, which provides veterans the health care that they need. As you can see, we are the safety net at the John Daly Major Ed Foundation to make sure that no one gets left behind on the field of battle and that you're taken care of in the home front. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. Hoorah!
Give me more
VibraCore.
What are you talking about, Duffy?
I'm talking about more feel. I'm talking about more power. I'm talking about more forgiveness. I'm talking about more winning. We're talking about all new VibraCore.
Absolutely the longest and best peeling irons you'll ever hit.
We're talking about Mike Weir and Alex Chaka. You know these guys know.
Pound for pound, nothing comes close.
And we're back live here in Orlando, Florida from Wyndham, Lake Buena Vista, the official resort of Walt Disney
And
World.
the official, where we will be every year.
Yes, it is official.
It is official. He made it
This,
official. I said it
this
was
will
unofficial,
be
but he said it was
annual.
official.
Yes,
It will
absolutely.
be annual. He wants it annual. We will give him annual. That's what we're going to do.
All right. Also, we want to let you know, submit a funny story. Must be G-rated. Something that happened to you while playing golf. Something you
PG.
saw while playing. You have tonight. Tonight's the last night, or actually tomorrow they could do it. But we are choosing a story to be submitted. If you could see you from here by our very own, the wisest man in golf, Greg Wise. And Greg, how is the submit the story contest
lovely
going?
lady.
Well, they're going to be a real surprise for you guys, but there's a few pretty cool ones.
Really nice. Maybe our next guest might be able to share one with us.
I bet he can tell stories.
I'm pretty sure. And we're not locking. You can go PG and then Mr. Wise.
I could buff it
will
up a little bit.
Make it down a little bit so we can make it G. So submit your stories, regardless PG, maybe a little bit PG-13, and we'll see where we can get from there.
All right. Our next guest, he is the CEO and founder of iGolf. Brian Verdugo is joining us here right now. The best kept secret until now?
Until now.
Brian, welcome into BGT TV. And what's this all about? The best kept secret until now. How long has this been a secret?
Well, about 15 years, I guess, 20 years we've been at this company, and it's been a lot of fun doing it, but we're about ready now to start telling people kind of what we do more in the industry.
Okay, what do you do?
Yeah, good question, right? So the biggest thing that we're part of is bringing technology to a lot of the different brands that you guys know. We've worked with Bushnell for probably 15, 20 years. In fact, they bought our hardware group in 2008 for distance measuring devices. And since then, we became kind of the licensees behind Golf GPS Maps. And so a lot of companies that you see out there that use GPS maps, like golf cars, for instance. In fact, I just saw your last guest was with Disney.
Alex.
And Disney actually has the Yamaha Yamatrack system. By the way, phenomenal golf course. I was really pleased to come out and see it at one point a little bit ago.
Nice.
But the Yamatrack system is in there, and that uses all the GPS maps from our company and a lot of the other technology.
It seems like you got a lot. I'm looking at the list of companies that you have. Shoot them off. Give them a shout out.
Yeah. I'm not that smart. I don't have that kind of memory, guys. Come on now. It's too early in the morning for me. I'm on West Coast time still.
I'll read it then for
All right,
you.
appreciate
All right.
that.
We got Blue Tees, Rad Golf, Tech. Those, and we know them
we-
all.
we
We
like-
work
yeah,
with all of them.
yeah,
So
exactly.
we know where your technology is. But you know what? What is your technology? Come on, give us some more in depth what they're using from you guys, so we can tie them all together.
So everything with iGolf starts with the maps themselves. The core of the technology is these GPS maps. And what they do is we have to go out and map every single golf course in the world all the way down to the trees.
Okay.
And so the question becomes, what do you do with those maps? And then how can we build technology around that to make it a better experience for both our customers, who are companies like you named off, but then also for their consumers. So we have to figure out both sides of this. How do we make sure that what we're designing and building fits nicely into our customers' technology or products? And then how do their customers interact with it? So that's really where we baseline everything, whether it's trolleys or it's golf cars or it's handhelds, it's lasers. In fact, I hope you guys get a chance. I've heard the rumor that Rapsodo, who did an awesome launch monitor a couple of years ago, I think has really changed that.
We got the press release last night.
Oh, Kevin, sorry. But I would definitely go check out what they are doing over there with the map data is pretty cool. I mean, being able to go out and play any golf course in the world you want from your launch monitor.
And that's what I was thinking about you last night. I actually opened up my email. We got back late last night, opened it up, and I'm thinking about him because we're setting up a launch motor in the shed. The shop, the very big shop. So we already got a new grass mat coming. We got a lot of new stuff coming, but I was like, oh, this might fit good. It's a mini.
It's a mini.
It's a mini.
Okay.
It's a mini.
It's a small one.
Well, not ours.
I mean,
yes.
Okay.
The Rhapsody.
What are we talking about right now?
Here's what I have.
You golf? Don't go nowhere. You golf?
Are you a golfer?
You're not a golfer? All right,
Not
you can
yet.
have
Not
one
yet.
anyway.
Not
Here,
yet.
Become a golfer.
Can you catch? There you go.
All right, become
All
a
right.
golfer.
But one of the things I wanted to ask you, was there a light bulb moment for you? You know, like when you thought about introducing GPS technology to the world of golf or golf course mapping. I mean, rumors have it that it all started on Palm Pilots.
Yeah. So you know, when you get old, you start to realize you're getting old. Yeah, exactly, right. And I started thinking about this.
You can't say that when you sit next to me.
And
looking at
well, no, that was that was not exactly where I was going with this one. However, the fact that I used a Palm Pilot in college tells you that I am, I'm older now, right?
Yes,
and
sure.
And it's
Just a
funny
little
that
bit.
that happens, right?
Yes.
It changes so quickly. So
It happens.
But and when I was in college, I took up golf, and I wish I had taken it up a lot earlier. I encourage, one of the kid just walked by. I encourage kids to take it up early, and I encourage parents to get their kids into golf earlier.
Absolutely.
But I took it up at a late age, which is why I'm still a terrible golfer. And at 20 something, I was fortunate enough to sell a company, and I took up flying and boating, and I was using GPS. And through that process, I realized chasing this white ball around, there had to be an easier way to get the distances. And lasers at the time were not what I would consider all that enjoyable to use. They were very difficult, big, bulky. So we tried to put GPS on a Palm Pilot, and I knew some of the right people at Palm at the time, and I was a young kid, and they were willing to give me a chance. So they let us have access to it, and we designed this on a Palm Pilot, which turned into wow, now we have to go map 30-something thousand golf courses. That'll be easy.
That's a small task.
Yeah, and then a couple of years later, we launched an actual product. I give a lot of credit, so you guys all know Sky Caddy Richard Edmondson.
Yes, we know them well.
Absolutely, a guy who I think was also part of pioneering the golf GPS industry and deserves credit for it.
Nice.
But the two of us started these companies, and he did Sky Caddy, we did iGolf. We built the first with him a GPS handheld like they did, launched it, and in 2007, Bushnell came in and bought our hardware group, and we moved into being a licensed IP company, and we went from one customer, Bushnell, to 65 customers now worldwide. And I mean, we've been with all of them. I mean, every big brand out there at some level, it feels like we've worked with them.
Well, I was going to say that the best kept secret until now.
Yes. Now it's not a secret
and
no more.
out of all these years, what actually prompted you to become more vocal in the golf technological world?
Yeah, that's a great thing. So part of the challenge that we've had is you asked me earlier about the what is the secret sauce, or what is that we're primarily focused on, and it's the maps. But as time has gone on, we've done acquisitions where we've built out a portfolio of IP to also support those maps. So as you start looking at customers who say, for instance, Blue Cheese has made their announcement that they're coming out with a handheld and a speaker, I believe, for GPS with maps. So they're using our content. As they start looking downrange, if they want to get into other market segments, how do they do that without having a massive R&D budget? And so what we do is we come in and say, look, we already have these sets of IP that you can take and integrate it and figure out how to make it work with your brand and your customer.
Nice.
So instead of taking 5 years and a lot of money to do it, it may take them 1 year and a lot less money, and they can bring it to their customer, but they bring it to their customer the way their customer wants it.
We're talking with Brian from iGolf. Brian, we're talking about other companies. We're talking about the technology. So what makes iGolf stand out from its competitors?
Well, the biggest one is that we don't really have a competitor. I mean, I would say, honestly, that's probably the biggest thing is that we don't have a lot of competitors in this industry. So that would be the biggest difference.
So you don't have any competitors, right? How do the people that you work with, iGolf, Bushnell, Tech, do they feel the same way when you have all this technology that everybody needs, right? So tech's going to use your technology. Everybody's using their technology. Do they feel like they're in competition with each other, or is it separate?
Yeah. So it's. I think they are. There is that kind of a tug of war a little bit at times where people get a little bit hurt. They get a little upset, and it's challenging because you have to sit behind the scenes. And the trolleys, the push electric trolleys have become a huge thing in the U.S. MGI.
Yeah.
Good partner of ours. There's another one, Moto Caddy, and then Power Caddy. Worldwide, they make up 97% of all trolleys made.
Yeah.
Try sitting in a room with each one of their CEOs, and they say, "This is my best idea ever. Don't ever let my competitor have it. I want it to follow me."
That's when
Sir?
when you do that.
Yes, and those are the challenges, right?
Yes.
Is trying to figure out how do you balance that, and you asked about a competitor, and there are some competitors out there who handle maps. In fact, this was one of the things that happened with Bushnell. Bushnell has used other companies' maps before, and they are now, and that's okay because they feel it sometimes, and they did feel that they needed to distance themselves in some way.
Yeah.
And that happens every once in a while. But broadly speaking, I think most of what we bring is it's the intellectual property with the maps, and how do those two things work? And there's just really nobody out there that does that.
Yes. And that makes sense.
If anyone has a question for Brian and the technology that's put behind rangefinders and GPS, submit your question right now in the comments, and we'll be more than happy to ask it for Brian, and more he can answer for you here on BGT TV. Yes, iGolf.
And I got a good question.
Shoot.
Why does it matter?
Why does what matter?
Why does iGolf matter? What your technology? Why
Sure.
does it matter in today? Well, I know what they mean. Why does it matter in today's technology and in our world, in the golf world? And you could use it in many different other aspects if you really wanted to, right? You can change here, so it's just not golf driven, but GPS driven for everything. Like you said, the trolleys and stuff.
Hunting.
I'm pretty sure you. Can
My
get
wife's
it.
a hunter.
I
Her
love it.
friends are hunters.
I love it.
So why does it matter for us?
Well, okay. So I think the biggest thing to understand is one, we are very careful not to enter into different market segments because we don't want to take away from the importance of making sure that the technology is really good for golf. I mean, this company is focused on golf. That is what it is.
So like Bushnell. Bushnell makes golf rangefinders. Then they market for hunters.
Correct.
Like we know. Is it your technology or is
So
it separate?
so the Wingman. I think a lot of people know about the
We
Wingman.
all know the
Everybody
Wingman.
has a
Yes,
right?
yes,
And
yes.
so that product, when they launched that product, and for the majority of it, that was our technology sitting behind
Okay.
it. And again, I think that's part of it is that it's working with companies like Bushnell to figure out what they wanted and then try to figure out how to execute and get it over the finish line. There are lots of companies like that, but it takes a lot of very focused vertical work in order to do that, to make sure that the product that comes out is not wild. One of the things that we see a lot is that a lot of these companies have the founders or the companies that the groups that are running them are serious golfers, and that's great. But not everybody's a serious golfer. There are guys that want to go out and play 9 holes, drink a Coors Light, have a cigar, and hang out with their buddies and listen to music.
Is
And
that
we gotta
why?
figure that out.
Is that why Bushnell does not have a patent on the Wingman? Is because it's your technology, not theirs?
Yeah, again, I would say that there's a lot of that, but let's take it a step further. I mean, really, what is Wingman? What are all of these speakers that are coming out now or are out? They're Bluetooth speakers, and they're powered by your phone, right? Your
Right.
phone is actually the technology behind it. It's all the maps and all of the way in which it works on your phone. You connect that. And there was a lot of conversations about a speaker that should have GPS built into it and have all this stuff. And when you start thinking about it, you're talking about a $200 or $300 product now versus a $100 to $150 product. And at the end of the day, I don't know about you guys, but I'm not going to take a speaker out only to listen to it give me a GPS distance.
Right.
I'm taking it out because I want to listen to my music.
Right.
Exactly.
And
yes.
so why would you add all that technology into something when it's already sitting on your phone right now? So again,
Makes
part
sense.
of our job is to work with our customers down that path to ensure that
Work smarter.
they can work exactly build a product that fits the segment that you're trying to go after. Don't overdo a product because it's very easy to do that. We always say it's really easy to over-engineer something. It's really hard to then take all that away from a customer once you give it to them.
Yeah.
And so you got to be really careful with that. And I feel like that's a big part of what we do as well.
Makes a
Well,
lot of sense
I'll
to
tell
me.
you what. I mean, I'm a big fan. I'm a big tech guy. If you ask my wife, she'll tell you I have to have the latest and greatest. And when it comes to, when the apps started happening,
yeah,
Swing by Swing was one of the first people that came out with an app and with the technology and getting the distances, and they developed the wind, being able to get your distances with the wind, without the wind, slope, and all that stuff. Bushnell was in there with the slope technology as well. I've been a big fan of it, and if you are behind this technology for the longest time, best kept secret, I owe you a big thanks, because it has helped my game, and it made my game more enjoyable when I was golfing competitively in leagues and things like that. So certainly I didn't realize iGolf or the person or the company behind it. Now meeting you have had a huge impact, not just in my career, but in many golfers' careers.
Yeah, and again, I think you were asking the best kept secret, right? We've always stayed behind the scenes because we don't want to be in front of our partners. I know, right? I've told George that. I don't know where he is.
George, let's market that. He's not paying attention.
Exactly. I mean,
we need to market. Send us shirts.
Yeah, exactly. I'll send. Yeah, I'll send you more than that, guys. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. We'll make sure we get you guys out there. But no, I appreciate that. And at the end of the day, it's a fine line, right? We don't want to be in front of our partners. We really want to help them be the brands they can be and who they are. And we're there to really aid them through that process. So but if what we've done in the last 15 years or 20 years has been impressive to start to hear publicly, wait till you see what the next 5 years brings, because
I can't imagine.
Guys, from a technology standpoint, we're really ramping up, and there are some things that are going to come out. Keep an eye on companies like Blue Tees. Keep an eye on Rad Golf. I don't know if you know the founder of Rad Golf was the founder of Fat Scooters. And Fat Scooters is, there's a
PHAT scooters.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes,
yeah.
Okay. Yep.
And I mean, what he and his team are doing over at Rad Golf is pretty impressive. I mean, there are some of the trolley world, some of the stuff Yamaha's doing. I'm telling you guys, the next 5 years,
I'll tell you
stuff
what,
on steroids.
we have had Blue Tees on the show, and we were impressed with their message and their mission, and how they're approaching the fun aspect and the fun part of life, and the fun and how they're giving back and all that stuff. Yeah. So yeah, I would agree with you that Blue Tees is one of those companies that we should keep an eye on.
And tech.
And
we got some new stuff that's coming to us.
I actually had a drink with Renan in Paris last week.
Well,
did you have the chocolate?
He knows that I'm coming, because every time he comes here and with Simone, they bring me the chocolates from France.
All right. I'm gonna tell him that.
Yes, because he's coming.
And
I already sent a message. He better bring my chocolate. Last time he forgot me.
That's disappointing. And
I was disappointed.
You know what I'll do? We'll just move his royalty up a little bit.
Okay.
and so if he doesn't bring the chocolates, I'm going to tell him, I'm sorry. Your royalty just went up because I have to buy chocolates now for these guys.
Deal.
Is that a fair deal?
Fair.
So yeah,
fair.
We'll do that. But again, I mean, some of the stuff he's doing is really great. I know he's talked to me a lot about looking into other market segments that we've been talking about. And I think what I like about Renan is that I always say he's really good at bringing the products into the market that are very affordable through the channels.
Yes, he does.
He's very dedicated to his Amazon channels and other ways. I like that about him. And I think he will have some really cool things that'll keep the market honest about pricing. We all know that he really took a dent out of Bushnell 7-8 years ago in lasers, and he forced the market down. And then you look at the Blue Tees guys who are just fun, cool guys. I thoroughly enjoy hanging out with them every time.
With the Whiteout series for Christmas, limited edition.
Well, and did you see the TaylorMade thing they did?
Yes,
I mean, that was pretty cool looking too. I don't know. I don't know the details of that partnership, but I mean, these guys are making. These are the guys to watch right now. I mean, if you're anybody else in this industry, they are definitely the guys.
We're going to interview them and see them during the show. We ready to have all of that stuff scheduled.
Now
we're going to drop your name.
You should, Drew and Chris. You should ask them what our bet is. You should find out.
Oh, we got a secret question.
You should do that. Say,
be prepared to answer that question, Drew.
Yeah, exactly. You should do that. But
we're going to ask the questions nobody wants to answer.
But like I said, I mean, again, I just keep going down this path that there's so many cool companies we're working with, and I give Rapsodo, again, I'm going to go back and say this to them. They came out of the launch monitor that they said, look, we're not TrackMan. Don't compare us to TrackMan. We are very specific in a market. We're really good at what we do. And they have sold a tremendous number of those units, and what they're doing now from the software side and how they're going to be implementing things. I mean, at the little that I know, And I don't know a lot. I know they're using our data, and I've seen a blip of it, but I tell you, they're making big moves out there, and
I was
they're
impressed
again going
last
to be
night. Yeah, I
they're
was
going to be
impressed reading
they're
his
going to be
stuff.
important. I mean, they're going to
They
continue
are
to grow.
important.
Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. but
We
I mean,
wanna get you in trouble.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
You know, Greg,
I get in
you
trouble a lot. I
You really need
apologize.
to
I don't
stop
know, I'm
talking
always
and let,
apologizing to
let
my
everybody
wife,
else
so,
talk. But it looks like you got something to say.
I'm just for an anonymous friend, totally anonymous friend question.
Okay.
If Biggs gets a golf ball with a chip in it, can you help him find those golf balls?
So, if there was one, if
Did
there
I
was
say Biggs?
if there was one question that I wish
don't
I could scrap from the record for 15 or 20 years, it's can you find my golf ball? It is can you build the technology to find my golf ball? And the answer is there's actually companies that have figured this out at some level. But how upset are you going to be when you dunk that $25 golf ball into the water or you hit it over somebody's fence?
Found it.
Yeah, exactly. And there's the problem. Right?
On to the next. On to the next thing here.
No. You brought this up.
You wanted me to talk.
You wanted him to talk. You want him? Now he's talking.
And now he's got to bust my chops.
How many?
What could have been Billy's small?
No, I'm not.
Billy's always got blue balls.
You got.
That's right. Billy plays with blue balls always. Yes.
How many marshals are going to be upset with you guys? Because now you're going to have drunk guys jumping in the water trying to dive down, getting $25 golf ball. I got it. So that's the thing. Look,
don't do it here in Florida, folks.
It is possible, but let's be honest. It's really not. It's not a reality.
And the other thing too is, I mean, there's companies out there
Biggs.
that have tried to implement that kind of technology.
Yes, we know a few.
And
It's
the
difficult.
bottom line is if you get somebody with over 120 mile per hour swing speed, that technology is not going to sustain that no matter what you put into that.
Correct.
Correct. And especially with what the USGA has laid down as far as what the golf ball needs to be. You're just not going to get that technology into that regulated golf ball.
I got a great way for you. Never lose balls.
Don't play golf.
Middle of the fairway, middle of the green.
No. Get yourself what we got inside the shop, right? You get yourself a Rhapsody.
Yeah.
You set it up, and you hit the ball. It hits the mat, and it comes right back to you.
There you go.
You play golf, and you never lose a ball.
There's my real life.
Anything is possible.
Anything
That's
is
the
possible.
best way to do it. But speaking of that real quickly, again, I think this is where we're talking about technology, how much this is going to change. I mean, again, give credit where credit's due. Topgolf has forever changed golf. It's brought a whole new group of people in. And obviously Drive Shack is trying to do this. And I know there's a few others. But again, I think this is the kind of area where we're going to see golf transition a little bit that, if you live in 2/3 of this country when it's snowing and cold, how do you transition golfers who want to play golf into still playing golf? And I think the technology is going to continue to push the elements where you're going to be able to do that. And you're going to be able to play with your buddies anywhere across this country, whether they have a Rapsodo and you have a TrackMan, or any number of the different launch monitors that are either out there or coming out. The real goal is going to be how can you still get together with your buddies and play some golf, even if it's only maybe 9 holes.
Right.
And I think that's where we're going to see a big transition is let's go play your local golf course. Okay, great. You killed us. And then let's go play yours. Okay, you won. And then, we'll go through the whole process. But at the end of the day, we're going to be able to play all of our own golf courses, or we're going to be able to play the course that we're planning to play. And I may go practice it 10 times without you knowing that I've practiced it before we show up.
Yes.
And I think you're going to see technology more and more going this direction. And of course, it's going to be how do you integrate? But I do think you're going to see outdoor golf kind of combining in with indoor, and it's going to get to be a real environment. It's going to be a real deal.
I love it. We need indoor and outdoor.
Yes, we do.
We need it.
Again, a lot of people live in areas where it snows, and a lot of country clubs, for instance, they have all of that cost that they have for infrastructure, and they make no money. You put in an indoor simulator launch monitor facility, and you put a bar in there, and you're going to get a lot of those guys who say, "Honey, I'm going
golfing,"
and they're out of there, right? And they go down there and they spend their money on drinks, and they hang out with their buddies, and everybody wins.
We're talking with Brian Verdugo. He is with iGolf. He is the CEO and founder, and their website is golf.com. golf.com. And Brian, if somebody was to go to the website, what are they going to see on the website?
You know, you're going to see a lot of stuff that's probably for your average consumer not as interesting. I'm going to be blatantly obvious with you. We're focused on the B2B and the B2B.
But the technology nerds might be interested in that.
You know what? Okay, so I think that's true. If you were to go through it, you would see all the different pieces of technology that we are part of. But
he's salivating right now.
So you're ready to go. You're ready to go.
He's signed me. Look,
What was
where's
that
that site?
You're
iGolf,
ready to go.
The letter IGOLF golf.com.
What I would say is that at the very bottom in the footer, there's something called Golf Labs, and Golf Labs is we've just started to put some stuff in there, but that's really where you're going to see some things we're talking about that we're working on behind the scenes. And so it's kind of like one of those things that what is the future going to hold? One of them is
this the second best kept secret?
This is where they best set. This is like the vault, right?
This is the vault of all the secrets.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
This is definitely the vault. So when you go there, you know, we'll be showing a couple of different things. We'll just, you know, maybe a picture, very vague, and some text around it,
teasing us.
And yeah, exactly. So
Gotcha.
Again, I think one of the ones that's on there is autonomous maps. You're going to see. Call it over the next 5 years. You're going to see a lot more equipment. When I say equipment, vehicles, whether they're trolleys or whether they're golf cars, or even, you know, mowers and things. You're going to see a lot more of autonomy, and that's going to require maps. Right?
I've been noticing that over the last 2 years, and I would say that we have to. I mean, we have to, and we respect it. But in the last couple of years, I've been seeing this autonomy come into the picture where you can use your phone to point it towards a green, and it gives you everything on it and all that stuff.
Yeah. So again, that's going to be a little bit more around. So we have artificial intelligence, and then we have autonomy, right? So ironically, those are going to kind of come together at some point. I don't want to get into the wonkiness,
right?
Of it, but basically, here's the reality: they're gonna take our rights away. On a golf course at some point with driving and with trolleys. They are. It is where we're going. Yeah, that's probably 10 years away, but we will have a path where our rights to drive where we want on a golf course will be mitigated over time. And a lot of the reason for that they're going to say is because they want to keep the course in better condition. And it's like anything, you know, it takes out of 100 people, it takes 3, and they screwed up for the remaining 97. Yep. And I don't want to tell you that I've never been one of those 3, because I've probably been one of those 3 in my lifetime at some point. You know, I enjoy, like I said, I enjoyed a cold beer and a cigar. So, you know, I may have been that guy. But at the end of the day, I think that's the reality is that when you take that and weather and everything else, we're going to see kind of a migration in golf to vehicles that will be slowly but surely more autonomous on the golf course.
Nice.
And it'll be interesting to see how that happens.
Well, now we know where we can get the inside information. We got you now.
Well, and again, I'd encourage you guys to come out to San Diego and visit us if you ever want to really get a sneak peek.
Absolutely.
At some of the technology going on, because again,
maybe we could do a live show from there.
Yeah, you guys, if you ever wanted to come out, I would definitely encourage you. Come up to our country club. It's our test course, and they have all of Yamaha's fleet. They have all the technology sitting in there.
Wow.
We've tested almost every single product that's ever come off with our IP in it. Started at that course. I'll never forget our manager at the time, Jason Vogel. He came to me and he said 5 years ago when we were testing one of the first speakers, and it was the Wingman. Maybe it was 4 years ago, and he says, "How am I going to deal with this nonsense now? I got people listening to music at the top of the volume, and I got other members, you know, complaining, telling them turn that, you know, crap off."
Right.
And so you know, we get to watch that happen behind the scenes at our club long before
it actually
ever hits. So I think that's a lot of fun.
Speaking
I would encourage
speaking
you
of
to do
hit,
that.
do you guys have the technology yet that we could put a Greg Wise on the ground and let the golf cart run over him and see if he survives?
I mean, we definitely have the wireless, we have the wireless technology. I mean, we could.
Well,
could,
back to a different question.
Yeah, I was saying, I think.
You see this beautiful thing right here? Maybe you could stick some of your technology in there. And here, you see those two? Well, one great, amazing looking character in there.
I do.
Okay, so you see that? That's a ball marker in there as well. This is on point. Jim Furyk uses it. Nick Bradley uses it to teach. And those two funny looking guys are us two guys in there. So we're going to give you that as a gift. So when you golf,
I appreciate that. That's really cool. I've never seen one of those.
Nope. And you can't say that now. If you go to their website, if you go to onpoint.golf and you look that up, they're going to teach you how to putt better.
I'm going to go to On Point.
You got to go there, check them out,
On Point
and
Golf.
you will putt better. Look
I
at
will.
the Jim Furyk video. He was actually at his Furyk.
By the way, that was for that Biggs losing his golf ball remark. You know that.
I can't help it. I'm sorry.
That was not our fault. See how I diverted all that stuff?
That was well
I was
done.
just
Well
thinking.
done. Yeah.
I was just thinking all those chips, golf balls that he
I
takes
know,
from
right?
Top Golf.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I'm minding my own business right now because I'm not picking on anybody. So we appreciate you.
Don't worry, babe. I got one for you.
Yeah.
She wants my wife wants a golf ball marker.
We will get in contact with George and
Great.
we will set everything up. We'll have you on again.
Okay, absolutely.
We go remote. We'll have live shows and we can just send you a link and maybe we can get some coverage from your golf course and behind the scenes. Put up some drones.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got a lot
We
of
have
stuff.
two. Well, how many drones you have? Two, and I got one, so we could actually.
You guys, I never believed this until I saw it. Michael Jordan's course. They actually do have a drone that delivers food.
Yeah.
Wow!
It is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I was very impressed when I came out. I said, "This
Is that the one in Florida on the West Coast?"
Yeah. It's the one that doesn't exist.
23.
I was just about to say that
it doesn't exist.
I don't know if you're supposed to be talking about that, but we golfed, and Michael Jordan was parked right next to us, and he had not one golf bag, 2 golf bags on the side. So we went there for a special event with Cobra Puma.
Okay.
And it's there's no, you don't even know when you drive up to the gate. They buzz you. There's nothing.
Well, the first gate and then the second gate. But how do you like that? Like, what is it? A 2-mile road that's straight, perfectly paved. Now, why do we think that there's a 2-mile road that's perfectly straight and paved? And
I'm not going to answer
some people
any of those
really like
questions,
fancy
sir.
cars. I couldn't even imagine what the point of that would be.
I played the course, and that's what I'm going to say.
Yeah. you know, I'll tell you, the golf car it really goes well down that road.
Yes,
it's
it does.
Amazing how fast. But yeah, no, it's a pretty cool place. I mean, it's one of those ones that I was really surprised to actually
map it out?
Well, how about this? How about this? I have been there. So
okay, he's been there. He worked it.
I have been there. But
yeah.
That, really a very cool thing to see and to understand what the background to it and how they built it. That's an impressive one. But
we will be having
Brian,
you on again.
thank you so much for having us.
Absolutely.
Having you.
Having you.
But thank you for being on the show.
Absolutely. And guys, I really appreciate the time. And like I said, I can't wait for you to hear about all the other guys you're interviewing. All the companies. There's some really cool stuff coming out, and I look forward to the next 5 years.
Yeah,
of golf.
it's going to be a great.
Stuff.
I think this is probably going to be the best PGA show in 5 years.
Yeah,
easy.
Yeah, I think so, and I think from here on out, we're going to see a lot more investment, and it's going to continue to one up it. I think it's going to be great for the consumer golf. I think it's going to be great for business,
and I think it's also going to shift a little bit to more technology.
Yeah. Yes.
So everybody wants technology to golf better.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Well, and there's just so much more influence in golf right now. I mean, we're seeing so much going on, and that drives in innovation and investment go hand in hand. And I think for golf, that's the good thing. So I'm looking forward to the next couple of years.
I'll tell you what, man, I learned a lot today, and I'm looking forward to our part 2 because I'm sure there's a lot more to talk. Yeah.
4.
There's a lot more to talk about iGolf, and Greg Wise and myself being technology nerds and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, all this stuff interests me, and I could go on for 2 hours with it, but we have a show. We got to continue.
Well, we got to get what would maybe be a little fun at some point is we should get a couple of the guys. You asked, how does everybody handle each other behind the scenes? We should get a couple of the partners all on one show at one time. And then we'll
table.
Let's see.
Set up a ring.
We'll see what kind of competition, little competitiveness in there, and then they can. They're going to beat up on me, and they're going to beat up on me.
No, we won't let them. You sit between us. We'll be the moderators.
Right.
We got your back.
So, what do you think of him?
What do you think about him? We got you.
But no, I mean, seriously, I think it'd be a lot of fun. I mean, you like I said, I mean, we were just talking about, Tech, Rad Golf, Blue Cheese, those guys.
I love it.
Well, the thing is, too, it's fascinating, and I know we got to move on here. My producer's like,
I'm
wrap
sorry,
it up.
I know it's
but
you.
I know that but I like to find out and have them on, and I like that idea because what is important to each one, and each one will have something different that's important to them when it comes to their technology.
Yep. And just to hear why they each think their technology is what they're doing with the technology and how do they bring it to market? Why is that better? And sometimes it's not just better as a product, it's better for their brand and their consumers. And I think that's what's key is that you'll get a little beating up on each other, but at the same time, it's a consumer brand.
And all of it's coming from iGolf.
Exactly. Well, and again, we don't say that, right? That's not what we're saying.
No, we're not going to
an
say
implementer.
that.
What we're saying is we provide them
Right,
to
yeah.
go do what they need to build and do the tools.
And they do.
that they're doing.
And
And then
it's all
they innovate on top of that. They're the ones that actually decide what that technology is going to be used. And that's why I was saying, like, even Rapsodo, I keep going back to them. I still have not seen exactly what they've done. I've seen blips of it, but what I have seen is it's game changing and it's cool. And we're going to see more of this in that industry as well. So, and Phi Golf, actually, the swing stick, same thing. They came out with something as well. So again, that's what I'm saying. It's not necessarily our technology. It's an innovation. It's they innovate for their brands and their consumers for what their consumers want.
Right.
And that's why I always try to taper back and say, no, it's not us. It's really them.
That's when you
We're
break
just
up
there.
with somebody.
Yeah.
It's not you.
It's not you.
Right.
It's me.
It's me.
It's me. It's
Speaking
me.
of, it's not him.
It's not me.
Not me. It's not Greg Wise. It's our producer telling us
You
you
gotta
need
go.
to really take
Wrap
a
up.
break.
You guys are on the 19th hole.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. Well, gentlemen, again,
Brian,
I
thank
really
you so
appreciate
much.
it.
I
Absolutely.
appreciate
I look
it.
forward to talking to you guys
Yes,
again.
we'll
at some
set
point in the
something
future.
up with McNeely Corporate. What do you hear? Management
Communications.
Communications. Yes. So we'll set something up with him, and then we'll get you back on.
Great guy while he's shaking his head at us.
I only talked to him 12 times a day, but
He's only been trying to get us to wrap up the last 10 minutes.
Exactly.
yeah.
All right.
So we're gonna wrap up. We'll
More
get you back on.
BGT TV coming your way right after this.
At the John Daly Major Ed Foundation, we also focus on making sure that we partner up with great organizations. Great organizations like St. Jude's, great organizations like the Boys and Girls Club, our friends at Warriors for Freedom, our friends at Force 50 Foundation, which provides veterans the health care that they need. As you can see, we are the safety net at the John Daly Major Ed Foundation to make sure that no one gets left behind on the field of battle and that you're taken care of in the home front. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. Hoorah!
Wow, riser sole. Riser sole? A 90-gram weight in a sole? How in the world do they do that? Seriously? It's all titanium?
This thing launches, and it just doesn't spin.
I can't believe how far this thing goes. Do you have riser sole? Seriously, this is the longest fairy wood you will ever hit.
Scott McCarron, you know this guy knows.
Pound for pound, nothing comes close.
And we're back here on BGT TV, BGT 2.0, Big's Golf Talk. I am Big John Quick. He is the golf father, Bill Cuevas, and he is the wisest man in golf, Greg Wise. I notice how I've been not included in these pictures.
That's because Miss Beverly Wise has been saying, Biggs, smile, and I don't think you could hear anything she says with your headphones on.
Well, you could nudge me.
I
or something.
did.
No, you didn't.
How many times did we tell him about the photos?
None. Zero.
So we got 3 against 1 at this particular point. So, and we're like, look up, Biggs. Look up. And he just, so yeah.
Look up, Biggs. We'll get a picture and I'll Photoshop them in.
Yeah. There you go. Take a picture of Biggs.
Michael Smith is joining in. He says, morning, boys. Great discussion. Being old school, I'll take a yardage book. 147.4. Yes, away still puts a club in my hand that can go 140 to 155. So there's still some people that's old school, but I can appreciate good technology.
I always appreciate good technology. Not that if they tell me you're 141 yards to the pin, doesn't mean I'm going to hit it.
It's not going to make any difference.
There's a 30-yard variable left, right, short, overkill.
Yep.
So yeah, I mean it helps a lot of golfers. It also keeps you, especially with GPS and a lot of the iGolf technology that they're using all over the place, it'll give you what side of the green you should hit on, what's the bigger side, what's the smaller side. This way you give yourself a better chance of getting on that green.
Greg Wise, what do you think about the show today?
Oh, man, I loved it. Lots of technology, lots of stuff to look at.
My head hurts.
Oh, man.
Your head hurts? Why?
There's a lot of information.
Oh, because of the information.
Yeah.
I actually found it really, really interesting because it was a secret. You didn't know. You try to think about how these companies are coming up with all this stuff, and then you got another company that's coming up with something that's similar but different, and they're taking it to a different level. And now we know where the base is at, where you have the foundation to build on these kind of
As soon
things.
as they said I have a tea time at 2:30 on Magnolia,
yes,
I stopped thinking. There's 14 holes out there for me to conquer.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Dungeon and Dragons.
Now, now earlier on, I mentioned how there's out of all the properties they have, so there's hundreds of different varieties of playing these golf courses.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you like doing that? Do you like going to different tees? Moving it up a little bit, moving it back a little bit, and taking on that.
Well, the way architects design courses is no matter where that tee is, they want you in a certain spot. So if you're playing to your handicap, you're playing the proper tees.
Right.
You want to play tough, you back up.
Right.
You want to play easy, you go forward. Put me in my traditionals, I'll play back to 6,400 yards. Put me in hickories, I'm moving up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the technology
absolutely.
isn't there.
Right.
It's different. Yeah, it's absolutely different when you play that. And you play with
What's the
such
longest
balls,
yard you've played hickories at?
The longest yardage?
Yeah.
6,200 yards, and it was way too long.
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay.
What's the average, normal?
For my age group, when I go to a hickory tournament, it's about 5,600 yards.
I gotta look that up because I'm wondering what did the PGA Tour players play when they played back in the day when hickories? What was the longest yardage? Do you know?
I don't, but it's kind of interesting that Tad Moore, he and I were just talking the other day in Winter Park at their hickory tournament, and there's a lot of PGA Tour players that play hickories in the off days because hickories teach you a whole different swing that you've got to wait for that club, and it basically transitions into your traditional clubs, makes you a better player.
Wow. I actually played pretty well when we were out in Mackinac, and I played with hickory for the first time.
Absolutely.
I actually enjoyed putting with it.
Yeah.
It was really, really good. I had a really great time doing that. So you get to golf this afternoon. I'm contemplating.
I'm eating one of those waffles and heading out.
Okay, I'm going to eat that one of those big donuts that I didn't get to eat yet.
Bill the Golffather Cuevas, we also have demo day today. We got to go over there. I got to meet with Folds of Honor and the big event that is going to be coming up here at Disney Springs, as a matter of fact.
Right
down
there.
the ways here.
Right there,
So,
literally 1,000 feet away. Walk over the bridge, go to the other side. House of Blues, they got their big event this year going. One of the guys that we were talking about from American Volition extended an invite for us to go. So it's and then of course how we opened up the show today with Jacob Greeny and the loss that we got to see how that's going to play out as well. He was the face, that little boy on all those flyers for such a long time. About his dad, Brock, is where the Folds of Honor was created. So we're going to see how that's going to impact them. With the loss of him last night. So it's kind of tough.
I think if you look at the rainbow side of things, he is not with his father.
He is. He is. Yeah, that really is.
The other side of the rainbow.
Yeah, it is. I talked with.
It's still sad. When I found out, I was crying up in my room this morning. And
that's why I woke up
because
too. That was the first thing
it was.
I saw.
Bill and I had developed a relationship with Jacob over these last few years, and he
and
always
the entire
looked,
Buckland family.
Yeah,
all of them.
Papa Buckland, Buck, and everybody.
The twin, Brock's twin brother, Brad.
Yep,
all of them, and for that to happen now and to be, I can't even imagine. It's hard right now. It's hard. And like you said earlier when we opened the show, we're going to be having tribute to him the rest of our live shows while we're here. We are going to stop by the Folds and see what's going on. And we know they have their celebration this year and see what's going to happen. It's
I think
somber.
There'll be a lot of dedication at that celebration.
Well, I don't even know if they know yet.
We don't. We have no idea.
They will know today. Because I want to make sure they know about it. He was the very first recipient.
Yes.
And like I said, Bill and I, came in contact with him via telephone, Jacob, and and
everything
on
He loved
Facebook,
motorcycles, cars. You know, he used to snap
and
me
he
videos.
did
It was
get
crazy.
into some depression we know about.
He started a group. I mean,
Yeah.
that was the first time we spoke with him, helping other kids that experience loss, like him from the Folds of Honor, and he started the groups and stuff like that. So he was making a true impact, and more details once we find out what's going on. But our condolences to all the Buckland family and his mom and everything. It has to be hard, man. No matter what the reason.
I do have a message, and before I say this message, because it's going to actually end the show, I want to thank George McNeely from McNeely Communications,
yes.
For setting up our stay here at Wyndham Lake Buena Vista here in the Disney Springs area. I want to thank iGolf. I want to thank Jay Leonard.
Yes, for being on the show.
Yes.
And I'm going to go hit his office. What are you going to do? Before we wrap up, I'm going to talk real quick. We know that he's going golfing. I might go golfing. I have other things to do. We have to go to demo day. What else you got planned?
I got demo day. I have to do some shopping at Disney Springs.
Yes.
Apparently now.
Yes, you got some
I'm going to be spending hundreds of dollars on there.
At Disney Springs.
Yeah, I got to get some charms and stuff.
It's
like
a
that,
great place to go. And then the other night, while I was here, I went to Circus du Soleil, which it was a great event, packed, but it was amazing. And it had it was all about drawing about Disney. Everything was about Disney, from the little girl and drawing Peter Pan, and they intertwined everything Disney into their show. I mean, it was amazing. 90 minutes of non-stop going and jumping and flipping, and I've never seen a show like that.
The entertainers or you? I'm just checking.
Well, yeah, I was entertained. I was getting ready. I was jumping in my seat. That's what I was doing.
That's what I figured.
It was and you know what it was? It was interactive. They had the girls and guys swinging on the swings and doing acrobatics behind you, in front of you, on the stage. It was everywhere. And I love the way they had this piece of paper all crinkled up. Like if you draw and you mess up and you throw it, she became a person. And she was hilarious. She was like the evil villain of the whole entire thing. So if you're here, Lake Buena Vista Resorts, 1,000 steps to Disney Springs. He's going shopping. I'm not going to go shopping, but I want to go walking over there. You're going golfing. I might go golfing.
I'm going to go borrow one of those amphicars at Disney Springs.
Yes, we
take it on the golf course just in case I need to go.
So you're going to go retrieve your ball. Yes, that amphicar was amazing.
That was cool.
Oh my God, they got this ride over there in Disney Springs. It's an amphicar. It's amphicar. It's this little old.
It's an amphibian car.
Yeah, it's amphibian.
Yeah.
So you're driving on land, and then all of a sudden they splash into the water, and you drive around, and you get a backside of everything. We even agreed and concurred that the backside was really, really nice. They had everything set up, and almost better than the front side. So if you take a ride, it's a great experience. Go check out the boats and the cars.
Do you drive the cars, or does somebody else drive?
Somebody else drives the car.
Somebody else.
Okay.
They told us not to open the doors.
They said don't open the door. If you open the door, you're going to get wet. So we had a great time. There's so much to do. I've gone there.
This was quite an adventure.
It was. It really was a great adventure. So you might find him at Disney Springs. You're gonna find him on the golf course. I'm torn. You might find me on both places. I'm just gonna have some fun. We gotta get some work wrapped up, and then we are heading out.
You have pink icing on your cheek from.
I haven't
donut.
eaten the donut yet. I'm waiting. That big donut, I'm going to go crush from Joffrey's over there.
We're gonna wrap it up here on Big Golf Talk. Thank you to everybody here in Orlando, Florida.
Yes.
Our next show tomorrow, 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We have a 2-hour show that's scheduled for tomorrow and Thursday, kicking off the PGA Merchandise Show. And we're going to be on the show floor. If you're at the PGA show, come to booth number 1961. We have gifts to give away and all that stuff. So we'll see you tomorrow. But I'm going to leave the show in this manner. With the late news and the breaking news of the very first recipient, Jacob Greeny Buckland, passing last night, has me thinking this morning. We go through life with many challenges. Personally, professionally, social media, TikTok, whatever the case might be. Depression is real. I suffered it, and I seeked help. Sometimes help is too late. Now, I don't know the circumstances behind Jacob's passing. I just know the past that he has been depressed. I'm hoping that wasn't the case. But I will say this to you. If you are depressed, reach out to somebody. Talk to somebody. Pick up a telephone. Call a crisis hotline. Call a family member. Just trust somebody. You are worth it. And I just want to say, for the first recipient from the Folds of Honor, from Biggs Golf Talk, we send our condolences. And I want to tell the Buckland family, we will be there for you. You need a talk, you have our number. The Bucklands have become a part of this show, a part of the staple every single year. But not only are they the Bucklands, but they are family, and they are friends. They are our friends. And everyone needs that. We need love. Choose love. At the end of the show, we always thank you for watching and thank you for listening. And we always say, God bless and you matter. No different today, but it means more today. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Until tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, God bless and
you matter.
Thank you for watching, everybody.